Welcome to the GCN Tech Show. I'm Alex Payton.
And I'm Dr. Oliver Bridgewood.
Coming up this week in Hot Tech, we've got Sram's new wireless Blips, a helmet amnesty, the world's most expensive mudguards.
And our main talking point following the recent crash of Egan Bernal, RTT bikes too dangerous. Is this something the UCI should actually ban for once? Also, we're wearing the same colour.
Oh yeah, good choice. First up, let's take a look at last week's poll. So last week, actually, where were you?
Italy.
Who were you with?
Alan.
Oh, fantastic.
Marangoni.
So last week we asked what you think makes a bike desirable, seeing as the Pinarello F1, the most desirable bike in the world. The options were looks, brand's reputation, how unique it is, and how much it cost. And with a 55% of the votes, people thought looks was the most important thing.
It's a big one, isn't it? Buying a bike's an emotional decision, as much as it is a functional one, but it's mainly emotional.
Okay.
I'm with that, I'm down with that.
Yeah, all right, I'll go with that. Yeah, I think it's good.
Well, on to our main talking point, which is, should TT bikes be banned because they're too dangerous?
Now, the reason we are discussing this is because earlier in the week, or last week, we saw Chris Froome, Froome Dog, Froomey, the Froomster.
Yeah.
You want to add any more in?
Froomalicious.
Yeah?
Robot pushing a shopping trolley.
Okay. So Chris Froome shared his thoughts about time trial bikes, and he thought that they should potentially be banned.
Yeah, and this was off the back of Egan Bernal's horror crash in Colombia, which he sustained very serious injuries, and Chris Froome's own crash himself, which changed his career and life dramatically.
Well, to help make our lives a little bit easier, I have summarised what Chris discussed, actually. Shall I start us off with the first couple of points? So he thinks open roads are not suitable for time trial bikes because you've got things like stop signs, traffic lights, people, and one of the main reasons for that is the fact you've got no brakes on the skis.
Yeah.
Yeah? I think that's fair enough. So there's a discrepancy in the equipment in races, so between different teams and brands with different equipment.
I think that's part, okay, well, you carry on, list them out.
All right, okay. Time trial bikes should be done on road bikes. So that would make it more about the skill of the rider and not about R&D or wind tunnel time. Banning time trial bikes would be safer than banning the Super Tuck. Interesting. Then we've also got banning time trial bikes would probably disadvantage Chris Froome more than others. And then finally, we learned that Chris Froome cleans his bike and chain with an old sock. All that's just a little bonus extra fact for you.
Great.
Yeah, okay. What do you think?
Right. So going through those points, the first thing is worth pointing out is Chris Froome, I think, is going to naturally have a very different opinion on this to a lot of people simply because of his own life experiences. He suffered a life-changing, career-changing, huge accident on a time trial bike. That's going to alter your perceptions. Yeah,
it is going to change your mindset a bit, isn't it?
The next thing is Chris Froome lives and trains mostly in Monaco.
Yeah.
Right, and I know the roads around there very well. I've cycled on them myself many times.
Oh, okay, you.
But I agree that riding a time trial bike around there on those roads would be a nightmare.
Busy area.
It's busy, but well, not so much busy. It's just the roads aren't suitable for time trial bikes, and there's not really any long straight flat. It's curving or it's uphill or downhill.
Yeah.
And yeah, the coastal roads are all very busy with cars. Inland they're quiet, but that's by the by. But then I think, you know, in terms of riding a time trial bike, it doesn't have to be dangerous. I ride a time trial bike a lot. I love doing time trials. And, you know, a lot of triathletes, you know, ride their time trial bikes almost exclusively on the road when they're training for Ironman and stuff. And the difference is I think when I go out training on a time trial bike, I deliberately pick a route that I know is suitable for a time trial bike.
Well, you're smart thinking ahead, aren't you?
Well, no, it's just you just pick roads that are safe for a time trial bike and good, like long straight ones. And if it means that to train on the time trial bike I have to do a long out and back, I'll do it to get the time in on the time trial bike. But I won't. It's a totally different route to what I would do on a road bike.
Well, I've thought ahead about this because I think potentially time trial bikes should be banned. And do you know what? I've made myself a little list. So shall I hit you with my list of why I think time trial bikes should be banned?
Hit me.
Okay. So first up, I think the main issue is on open roads, you know. I think maybe they're not suitable. Accessibility is a big point for me. I think slightly smaller teams don't have access to all of the same equipment as the larger ones. You know, I was on a slightly smaller pro team, and as such, I didn't have a time trial bike to use all year. And if there was races that needed a time trial bike, sometimes we would get them just the day before the race, and I could only ride it for like half hour before. So personally, I would have probably preferred it if it was a road bike time trial, and I could just ride my normal bike.
So I do agree with that, especially with the case of like developing nations as well.
Yeah.
I think a lot of countries and teams from, you know, Africa, you know, particularly like there's the Tour of Rwanda happening next week, you know, things like that. There's a lot of people who want to ride there, but they can never be competitive, especially on the world stage, on the World Championships, the Olympics, things like that, because they're priced out. I don't think that's right.
Okay.
And I do agree with it on that side. But I think when you're talking about the Tour de France, the world's biggest bike race, I want to see the innovation. The innovation is part of it. It's exciting in the way that a rider might not be as strong as another rider, but they can gain an advantage by, you know, getting more aerodynamic or whatever. I think that's a cool thing.
Yeah, fair enough. Like the pinnacle of the sport, you think?
Yeah.
Okay. So next point I've sort of put together is that by banning time trial bikes, it would allow brands and manufacturers to invest some more of their time, effort and money into developing the latest road bikes. So maybe we'd have a new breed of bikes that would be like ultra aero bikes.
I don't think they would.
No?
Because what you've got to remember is that the time trial bike segment, in terms of a market and companies selling to consumers, they're not selling to us. They're not selling to cyclists. Their product, the time trial bike product, is aimed firmly at the triathlon market. And it just so happens that some cyclists in elite races or enthusiasts in the UK predominantly doing the time trial scene as it exists in the UK also happen to buy these bikes that were primarily designed for triathlon.
Oh, okay.
The triathlon market is why they make them.
That's bigger than the cycling aspect. Okay, fair enough. Well, you've already covered the basis of Chris Froome sort of has crashed, obviously, and that maybe skews your perception of it. But there have been a number of cases of people crashing on time trial bikes. Therefore, if they were banned, maybe there'd be less crashes.
Maybe.
Maybe races would be safer.
You can't argue with that. They are less safe to ride. They're not. You can't corner on them as confidently or as safely as you can on a road bike. You often see riders coming out the skis to go around corners. Yeah, it's a valid point. Can't disagree with that.
Okay, so in terms of a time trial bike, if you were to compare that to a car, I think it's like a drag racing car. Great for going fast in a straight line, but not very good at accelerating. Well, I guess a drag car is, but a time trial bike isn't. Not very good at braking, not very good at going around corners, and not very good for going uphill. I don't really think it's ideal for all of the things. If you had a time trial that went in a straight line from point A to point B, time trial bike would be great. Yeah. But otherwise, I think maybe a road bike might be better.
I would like to, I think where I'm at is a compromise. As someone who loves time trial bikes and time trialing, I love the tech, I love seeing the innovation, I think it's exciting, I love how fast they are. And if you've never experienced riding one, take it from me, they feel incredible at how fast you can go on them.
They are fast,
yes. But I would like to see a compromise whereby we see more road bike specific time trials in some races, particularly races where you're going to see teams from, you know, the African continent competing and such like, or smaller teams.
Or like Conti teams, like the level of teams I was on, where you haven't got multi-million-pound budgets.
Exactly. So something like the Tour of Britain is a great example. The time trial in the Tour of Britain, that should be a road bike time trial, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. That'd be great. So those are our thoughts on whether time trial bikes should be banned or not banned, and I guess we also want to hear your thoughts. So head over to the GCN app. We'll have a poll where you can vote, simply yes or no. We want a clear-cut answer on this. And if you're feeling particularly passionate about this subject, well, let us know in the comments section down below.
Do you really want to ban time trial bikes?
Nah, I don't know. It's now time for Hot Tech, and first up this week, we have got the new Sram wireless Blips, and you spotted these a few weeks back.
Yes, they were on a few of the Movistar bikes when we were at the Movistar camp a couple of weeks back in Spain.
So these are our totally sealed unit. That means the battery is all sealed away inside. You can't replace it and you can't charge it up.
Yeah, so the key thing to point out is this is an updated, different version of the previous Blips.
Yeah, they were wired and you had to route the cables through the handlebars and stuff. So this pairs up completely wirelessly. It is compatible with the SRAM access system. and then means it fits in with that whole ecosystem, and you can use it for shifting. You can position them quite literally anywhere you like. You tape them to your handlebars, you could hold them in your hands when you ride along if you wanted to.
Yeah, the interesting thing with this product is it's actually intended to be, well, disposable or recyclable, in that you don't ever charge it. You stick it on your bike and that's it, and then once the battery runs out, you remove it and you put a fresh one on. Yeah,
so SRAM say under normal using conditions, I don't really know what that means, but on a road bike, maybe where it's counted as an additional shifting option, they say it should last in the region of 10 years, which, I mean, come on, that's pretty impressive, isn't it?
Yeah.
But if you're using a SRAM Blips on a time trial bike, so a far heavier use, that's going to reduce that life down to 4 years.
Do you know what I think we should do?
Yeah?
Build a hill climb bike, a lightweight mega hill climb bike, where we put some lightweight brake levers on, and then just put the Blips on for shifters. That'd be sick, wouldn't it?
Well, you can do that.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. So they're £90 for a pair, but, you know, worth the upgrade over 10 years.
Next up, Specialized has announced a helmet trade-in programme where you can get up to 50% off the price of a new helmet.
Yeah, it's a cool scheme, this, and they're implementing it through their Specialized retail network. And basically, you take in your old helmet, and Specialized will offer you 50% off certain models of helmets, although there are some models where you only get 30% off, so it kind of depends. Now, Specialized are doing...
It's a good discount, a good way to get a new helmet.
It's really cool. Now, the reason Specialized are doing this is because they suggest that you should look to replace your bike helmet every 3 years or so to make sure it offers the best protection it can.
Yeah, I think quite a lot of people often just say, oh, it's all a big conspiracy theory, they're just trying to sell you more helmets. Well, yes, they are trying to sell you another helmet because they're a company.
But to keep you safe.
But yes, when we went to the Met factory last year, I asked these questions and had a look, and they showed helmet tests done on older helmets compared to newer ones. Yeah. And yes, after several years, they don't offer as much protection as
I guess the material's going to degrade slightly over time. Interesting.
Pinarello next, officially. Pinarello F, the most desirable bike in the world, according to our viewers. Yeah. Now, this is incredible, probably making it even more desirable, you can get it in custom colours. Pinarello has launched its new custom sort of painting programme. You can go on their website and actually play around with it, and there's 5,000 different options of different ways you can have it painted.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it?
I've already lost hours fantasizing on it.
Yeah, it is pretty cool spending all your time choosing out the different options. So you've got 3 main sort of designs to choose from. You've got a single colour, you can choose between a fade, between 2 different colours, and then there's an option which they call, I think it's called cut, where there's just a clear-cut line between a solid block colour and then another one, and you can either have like a bit of a raw carbon finish on there as well.
It's called My Way. What would you go for?
I would really like pearly white bike, like super bright white, maybe with a fade to a grey, sort of down by the drivetrain area.
Okay, that sounds...
Well, I think white faded to grey is cool. Why not just get a
pearly white one and then just take it out for a ride and get it dirty, and then it'll be exactly that?
Yeah, because...
It will have that grey fade.
I like the idea of a grey fade. I don't know why. What about you?
Carapaz bronze.
Oh, is that...
Carapaz bronze is my favourite.
Is that to commemorate when he got bronze in the Olympics?
Must be. Anyway, there you go. Finally, in Hot Tech this week, Alex has found what is, I think, the most expensive mudguards in the world.
Yeah, although it's not the official most expensive mudguards, I just think they might be. So these are from 22 Bikes, an American company, and they are made from a single sheet of titanium.
Titanium? Far away. Far away.
You'd like that song, don't you? Remember we did that at the start of that video?
Yeah.
Ricochet, you take your aim. Fire away, fire away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Or so wrote David Guetta.
So these are available for a road and gravel bike option. So in the road version, up to 28mm tyres, I think, and in the gravel bike, up to 35. So not super wide for the gravel tyres, but, you know, it should cover all bases. So if you're in the market for uber bling, uber fancy bike parts, these could well be the mudguards for you. You've got a number of different options in terms of a raw titanium finish or an anodized and sort of polished combination.
They do look incredible, but how much do they cost?
Well, the price of these bad boys, $900. And if you want the like anodized sort of fancy fade and polished finish, do you want that?
Yeah.
Well, $1,100. What Tech next week? Oh, one more thing in hot tech before we finish that this week is we've got 2 mega cool new products from Wahoo dropping next week. One on Tuesday and one on Friday. And if you want to make sure you don't miss those, well, you better subscribe to GCN Tech, turn on the bell icon so you get your notifications, or if you want the easiest option, just WhatsApp Ollie. His number is 077 453. Oh, all right. More hot tech next week.
Time now for the best bike shop in the world this week. As submitted by you guys in the GCN app. So we want to champion bike shops. We want to celebrate all the great bike shops that exist around the world. They're integral to our passion. And so get them submitted in the GCN app and we want to hear about them. So
we'll big them up.
Where is the best bike shop in the world this week?
So the best bike shop in the world this week is Max Cycle.
Max Cycle?
Yeah.
That's not Max Cycle on Miami Drive in Miami, is it, by any chance?
How do you know that?
Don't worry. Anyway, carry on.
Okay, right. So I'll read the description. We say they are as active as possible in supporting bicycle-related causes, events, and people. Ooh. They say they do Best Buddies, Dolphins Cancer Challenge, bike relief, and supporting local trails like Virginia Key, and have been a big help. And have always helped in big ways at Max Cycle. So basically, they're just supporting loads of really good events.
That's what you want from a bike shop, isn't it? Like a community hub, something that really puts back into the local cycling community and infrastructure. That's great to hear. Family-owned business since 1957 too. Not to be confused though with their arch nemesis, Somi Cycle.
Just down the road.
Just a block away.
Oh God.
Yeah, watch out for those guys.
It looks pretty impressive inside it though, I've got to say. Loads of cool stuff out, plenty of people around the place. Well stocked. That is what you want from your local bike
and
shop.
some cool memorabilia up on the walls and stuff, and old jerseys. That's why I love that stuff in a bike shop.
What is that bike in the background? It's like a unicycle, but with an added handlebar bit.
And there's a penny farthing up on the wall as well.
I mean, loads of cool stuff. I like that. And a bike wheel that's made like a giant flower
Yeah,
pot.
and the obligatory sort of Oakley stand.
Every bike shop when you were growing up as a kid has those, and they've carried it on.
Keep your bike shops submitted. More next week. Well done, Max Cycle.
Tough job. It's now time for the Bike Vault, my favourite part of the show. This is where you upload pictures of your bikes to the GCN app, and then Ollie and I judge them to be either nice or super nice, or we do the bell drop, because that's a new thing we've added in.
The bell drop, that's reserved for only the best of the best. Who have we got this week? First up, the most super nice bike this week is from John Gore, 34.
Yeah.
He submitted a Specialized Tarmac SL7 Pro on a sort of white pebble dash background.
Oh, beautiful.
What do you make of that?
Is it pearl white? Is it off white? Or is it
one of those
sort of blue
photos that
colour?
would break the internet, wouldn't it? Where people divides opinion. Is that Celeste? Is it white? Is it grey? Is it off white?
I do like the bike though. I would vote that super nice.
I think that is a super nice, isn't it?
Well,
super
I'll ring
nice
the bell.
bike. Super nice. Next up, DE45 with his Trek Madone SL7. Oh, nice. Next.
Nice, I will vote as well. Thanks for letting me. Next in is Chris _Spray, sorry. Yeah. With, what is it, Seven Valley, also from 1957. Yeah. What is it about the year 1957?
He sprayed it as well.
Oh, I like this bike.
That's a super nice, isn't it? Look at that block on the back. Look how tiny it is.
Yeah. Oh, I do like this.
It's very nice, isn't it?
I'll tell you, there's only one thing I'm going to be a bit picky, slightly upsetting.
I like the Mavic Open Pro rims.
They are very, very nice. Is one, the valves are not 100% lined up, and there's a longer valve on the rear.
Yes.
We can let that go though. I'm going to super nice.
Super nice.
Yeah.
It's not a bell drop.
I just wanted to share my thoughts. A bit out of tune. All right, we'll carry on.
Silvano Schmid with his Standard.
Check this out. That is cool. That is a cool bike.
Yeah, that is very nice.
I mean, is it an Uber nice? Oh. Is it worthy of a bell drop?
Do you know what?
Massive cassette on the back though.
Do you know what? I know,
but it's one by. It's because it's one by. That's why. Sorry.
No, I don't think it is.
Yeah, there's no front mech.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what? It's a bit different, that bike, isn't it?
It's doing it for me.
Uber
It's
nice.
hitting the spot. Right, you saw it
Uber
first.
nice.
Oh, make your roll clatter.
It's landed
Okay.
on Suggestion Boy.
Sorry, suggestion boy. Oh, there we go, right.
Where is Suggestion Boy?
Well, you're right down there. No, he's not in today.
Anyway.
Next one in is from
Mifo.
with a specialised Langstar.
A bit of a single speed theme going on this. Well, one bike.
Well, yeah, one by.
Right, so it's single speed, still counts as one bike.
A little bit out of focus or not very good quality.
And it's very yellow.
It's very yellow.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just going to go nice. Cool bike, but it's just a nice from me.
Finn first.
What have they got? Oh, Pinarello Gravel. Rate this. Cool colours as well. Is this Campagnolo Ekar gravel
is.
group set? Yeah.
Don't see that often. I tell you, how beautiful is that Ekar cassette at the back? Look at the shaping
Yeah.
on it.
I like that.
That's proper cool, that, isn't it?
And the cranks. I like the
Don't
cranks.
see many of them.
No.
I like the little dusting of gravel on the tyres.
Yeah.
Like icing sugar.
A little dusting of icing gravel.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm hitting that with super nice.
Super nice.
Great job. Next in, we've got
James
James Lilly
Lilly.
with, what is
A
this?
7.9 kilogram Dolan Latap.
Oh,
It's one of Terry Dolan's bikes.
Teddy Dolan.
You know Terry Dolan, when we did it in the GCN Plus. Terry Dolan, right? He's in the GCN Plus documentary about Chris Boardman.
Yeah.
They actually, I think they had to put subtitles on him because his Liverpudlian accent
Was that strong?
is so strong. Hey Chris, tell us about... Chris, remember this bike I made for you?
I had to do a double take. I thought it was Terry Dolan
Yeah.
was next to me. What about the bikes? What are we going to judge this? It's looking stealthy.
Oh, it's very nice, isn't it, that?
I'm going to hit
very-
it with super
that's
nice.
super nice.
Super
Yeah.
nice.
Nice one, Tell.
Nice one. Ah, Terry.
Nice.
Next up, who we got?
Cochrane, Sean G. Cochrane has got a
Cannondale.
Seiko CAD 4.
NOS, new old stock.
Oh, look at that!
This is a bike roll and a half this week.
Oh, come on. Come
Look at
on.
that stem. Are we gonna do
Come
another?
on.
We've
That
already
is
done a
it's
bell drop.
Chippo bike. Well, it's got spinaches on it, man, and he's lined them up.
We've done.
Come on.
Do we hit 2 bell drops in one
I
show?
think that's a, if that, oh, it's a bell drop.
Right, I don't give a damn.
Come on.
Right, oh. That's bloody, I need longer arms. That is an incredible bike. Do you know what, when I was a kid,
yeah.
when I was a wee nipper, this would have been the sort of bike I was sort of dreaming over.
Still is.
It still is.
Like,
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Look at
it. Strong end, strong finish.
Yeah, rate that. Hope you enjoyed this week's show. If you have, give this video a thumbs up, share it with all your friends, comment in the comments section down below, and if you're looking for something to watch at the weekend or an evening, maybe at a loose end, try and just check out GCN Plus, see all the cool documentaries.
Yeah, some exciting stuff coming up on the channel. Alex actually off to the UAE tour.
Oh yeah, we'll have hot tech from there.
This weekend. So stay tuned for content from UAE tour, hot tech.
Lovely. I'm off to get some sun actually. It'll be lovely. See ya.